Do you remember the Rat Patrol? Premiering in 1966, the series thrilled audiences by following a small team of Allied soldiers as they carried out dangerous missions against the German army in the North African desert during World War II. Packed with high-speed jeep chases, daring raids, and non-stop action, the show became one of the most memorable TV classics of the 1960s. But have you ever wondered what happened to the actors who brought these unforgettable characters to life? In today's video, we'll take a look back at the cast of the Rat Patrol, explore what their lives were like before the series, find out what happened to their careers after the show's success, and see where they are today. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us on this journey through time as we explore the then and now of the cast of the Rat Patrol. Christopher George was born in 1931 in Michigan. Long before he became an actor, Christopher served for several years in the United States Marine Corps. During his military service, he developed the discipline and experience that would later help him portray military characters with remarkable authenticity. After leaving the Marines, he worked a variety of jobs while studying acting. Gradually, he began landing television commercials and small roles in popular series such as Bewitched. In 1966, at the age of 35, Christopher was cast as Sergeant Sam Troy, the fearless leader of the Rat Patrol. Intelligent, courageous, and always willing to take the biggest risks, Troy commanded a small team of Allied soldiers on dangerous secret missions against the Afrika Korps in the North African desert. His famous catchphrase, "Let's shake it," became one of the show's trademarks. Throughout the series' 2 seasons, Sam Troy faced countless ambushes, sabotage missions, and high-speed chases, with his greatest enemy being Captain Hans Dietrich. After the Rat Patrol ended, Christopher appeared in dozens of hit television shows, including Mission Impossible, Police Story, and The Love Boat. On the big screen, he found success mainly in suspense and horror films, becoming a familiar face to fans of the genre. Some of his most memorable movies from that period include Grizzly, in which he battled a giant killer bear, Day of the Animals, and Graduation Day. Sadly, his life was cut short far too soon. In 1983, Christopher George passed away from a heart attack at the age of 52. Eric Braeden was born in 1941 in Germany. After emigrating to the United States in the late 1950s, he attended the University of Montana, where he earned an athletic scholarship thanks to his outstanding track and field abilities. In the early 1960s, he began appearing in television series such as Combat and The Man from U.N.C.L.E., as well as the film Morituri, starring Marlon Brando and Yul Brynner. Because he was German and spoke the language fluently, he was frequently cast as a Nazi officer. In 1976, at the age of 25, Eric was cast as Captain Hans Dietrich, commander of the Afrika Korps and the Rat Patrol's greatest enemy. Dietrich was an exceptionally intelligent, disciplined, and highly skilled strategist. Unlike the stereotypical villains common at the time, he was portrayed as a professional soldier who respected his opponents, especially Sergeant Sam Troy. Their rivalry, built on intelligence rather than brute force, became one of the show's biggest strengths. Throughout the series' 2 seasons, Dietrich set countless traps and relentlessly pursued the Rat Patrol across the North African desert. After the Rat Patrol, Eric's career took off. In 1970, he starred in the science fiction classic Colossus, The Forbin Project. However, his greatest success came in 1980 when he was cast as the powerful businessman Victor Newman on the daytime soap opera The Young and the Restless. The character became so popular that Eric remained in the role for decades, making him one of the most recognizable faces on American television. In 1998, he won the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor for his performance. He also appeared in films such as Escape from the Planet of the Apes and Titanic, where he portrayed millionaire John Jacob Astor. In 2023, Eric revealed that he had been diagnosed with an aggressive form of bladder cancer. Fortunately, after undergoing treatment, he announced that he was cancer-free and continued working as usual. Today, at 85 years old, Eric Braeden remains a true television legend. Gary Raymond was born in 1935 in London, England. From an early age, he showed a passion for the performing arts and studied acting at the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts. Early in his career, he gained attention for his good looks, distinctive voice, and natural ability to portray sophisticated, refined characters. Throughout the 1950s and early 1960s, Gary appeared in numerous British television and film productions. One of his best-known early roles was in Look Back in Anger, the film adaptation of John Osborne's acclaimed stage play. In 1966, at the age of 31, Gary joined the Rat Patrol as Sergeant Jack Moffat, a British Army officer and the patrol's second most experienced member. A true expert on the North African desert, Moffat knew the region better than almost anyone. Thanks to the expeditions he took with his archaeologist father while growing up, he was familiar with the local customs and spoke fluent German, Arabic, and French, skills that proved invaluable on many missions. Calm, intelligent, and fiercely loyal, Jack Moffat served as Sergeant Sam Troy's trusted second-in-command. In several episodes, he went undercover disguised as a German officer, rescued prisoners, and relied on his knowledge of Arab culture to escape seemingly impossible situations. The series ended without a proper finale, leaving viewers with the impression that the patrol simply continued carrying out dangerous missions across the desert. After the Rat Patrol ended, Gary returned to England and continued acting extensively. Over the following decades, he appeared in well-known television series such as The Persuaders, The New Avengers, and more recently, House of the Dragon. Today, Gary Raymond is 91 years old. Lawrence P. Casey, better known as Larry Casey, was born in 1940 in New York. Before pursuing an acting career, he worked in construction and even boxed professionally. His interest in acting began in the late 1950s when he started landing small television roles in series such as Dr. Kildare and Gunsmoke. In 1966, at the age of 25, Lawrence was cast as Private Mark Hitch Hitchcock in the Rat Patrol. Hitch was the patrol's official driver and machine gun expert. Young, easygoing, and always chewing gum, he was also known for his distinctive red Zouave-style cap, which became one of his trademark features. Despite his laid-back personality, Hitch was incredibly brave. In nearly every mission, he was the one speeding the Jeep across the desert while his teammates battled German forces. An interesting fact is that Lawrence and Christopher George traveled to Vietnam during the height of the show's popularity to visit American troops serving in combat. After the Rat Patrol ended, Lawrence continued working in television and films. He appeared in productions such as Bonanza, The Rockford Files, and the daytime soap Return to Peyton Place. On the big screen, he was featured in movies including The Student Nurses, The Great Waldo Pepper, and Good Guys Wear Black, alongside Chuck Norris. In 1992, Lawrence decided to retire from acting. After leaving Hollywood, he worked as a photographer and later started his own import business, choosing a much quieter life than many of his former castmates. Today, Larry Casey is 85 years old.
Justin Tarr was born in 1940 in Texas. He spent his childhood on a ranch in Colorado, where he excelled in several sports, including boxing, shot put, javelin throwing, and basketball. After attending college for a short time, and even trying to become a pilot, Justin sold his car to pay for his tuition at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. In 1966, at the age of 26, Justin landed his first major television role as Private Tully Pettigrew in the Rat Patrol. Tully was the patrol's official driver and was considered by Sam Troy to be one of the finest drivers in the Army. According to the show's backstory, he developed his remarkable driving skills while transporting illegal moonshine through the back roads of Kentucky during his youth, constantly outrunning the police. One of the most dramatic moments behind the scenes occurred during the filming of the series. Justin was driving the Jeep when it rolled over while shooting an action sequence. Gary Raymond suffered a broken ankle, and Christopher George sustained several injuries, including a chest injury. Justin escaped the accident with only an injury to his arm. After the Rat Patrol, Justin's acting career remained relatively low-key. His best-known role afterward was a small appearance in the classic film Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. Justin eventually chose to step away from the spotlight and spent his later years living a quiet life in Hawaii. Sadly, he passed away in 2012 at the age of 72.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating fantastic videos like this one. Thanks again, and see you next time.